Hi, I'm Rachel. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a grocery haul and a weekly prep video. Let's get started with the grocery haul first, because without the groceries I wouldn't be able to make all of the other videos that I make. And to get started, we're going to check out this angel hair pasta, a couple gallons of milk here. I have whole and a half gallon of I have a half gallon of whole and a gallon of 2%, a couple packages of strawberries. I did my meal prep last week and put my strawberries and blueberries in mason jars for storage, and it worked out so well that I will be doing that again. I got another bunch of cilantro and one Roma tomato for slicing for sandwiches, a couple of very hard avocados, so those will not be ready for a bit, one bell pepper, a couple of boxes of Texas toast, and I also got a pack of mushrooms, a watermelon, some bananas, some little tomatoes because I like to snack on those, and then a package of oven roasted turkey breast to go on those sandwiches. Here I'm just showing you the price for that little bit of turkey. I got some plain bagels, a couple loaves of wholesome white bread, a pack of paper towels, a couple boxes of storage bags, a jar of mayo, just the cheap stuff. We're just trying to save a little money here, some almond milk and some half and half. The half and half is for my coffee. That is my creamer. I don't do any flavoring in my coffee, just keep it really basic. And then I got one pack of sharp cheddar cheese, one container of this plain yogurt with the live cultures because I will be making some yogurt in my Instant Pot and I needed that to get started. A couple packs of taco seasoning and some eggs, a brick of cream cheese, some frozen cherries. I like to snack on frozen cherries right out of the freezer, and because the kids are on summer break, we had to have some frozen foods in the freezer. I also got this big tub of ground beef. Again, just trying to save a couple dollars here and there. A big bag of pizza rolls, some burritos, one packet or roll of sausage, and then some chicken noodle soup and some SpaghettiOs, things like that. Like I said, I have boys that are home all day now that school is out, and we just need to have some of those convenience items in the pantry because those are the things that they like. And then I did get some salami and one package of pork chops. I have some of those in my freezer, but just needed a small package to make it work. And then here is the overview of the total haul, and that is it for our weekly groceries. I spent $156 on those groceries, and now let's get ready to get prepping. And so to get started, because I did get this package of 100 pizza rolls, I wanted to get them portioned out into the baggies and put them in the freezer, because otherwise my boys will assume that a portion size is like 25. I don't know. Can you relate to this in your house? Let me know. I swear, kids think that summer break is like a free-for-all for eating, which I can totally understand because I remember when I was a teenager, I felt the exact same way. But anyway, I am making these kind of hefty because, like I said, I have teenage boys, and although I don't want them eating 20 or 25 pizza rolls, I did do like some with 10, some with 12, and even a couple with 14. And then next I just got settled in my living room chair and peeled this bag of potatoes and got them chopped up because I really thought it was useful and helpful to have my potatoes prepped and in water in these mason jars. So that's what I'm doing again this week. Only this time I left them in bigger chunks. That way they're ready for recipes like mashed potatoes, and if I needed to, I could still cut them into smaller slices, like if I wanted to fry them up or make hash browns or something like that. So I thought this would be more versatile, and that's why I left them in bigger pieces. All I did was wash them up really good and put them into the jars and then cover them with water. And last week when I made these, I used them on day 4 and they were still just like I had just peeled them and cut them up, so I was really happy that that worked out. And this will save some time in the long run. It did take me a little while to peel those potatoes. It felt a little weird to sit in my living room and peel potatoes, but I can't stand that long still. Even though you see me walking around in this video, I do have a boot, I do have crutches, but I'm doing much better and getting around more. So I'm really thankful for that, and hopefully it'll make cooking easier. But I still really enjoyed the convenience of having some foods prepped ahead in these jars, and so we will see if what I use them for. I'm not really sure yet, but I do have mashed potatoes in mind, so that's probably what you'll see. And all I'm doing here is just taking some out of the other jars because I did pack them pretty full, but you want to make sure that they're completely covered with water so there's no discoloration. And so with some of the potatoes, I decided to use them the same day and make up some potato salad. And here I'm just getting some mayo and some mustard in my big bowl, and then I'm just adding some chopped up red onions. And these I did prep before in my other video, and they're still good and crunchy. And then I added some juice out of my pickle jar right into that mayo mustard mixture. I added a little bit of salt here just because I know that this potato salad is going to need some salt. Potatoes always do. And then I really wanted it to be pickly. That's just how we like our potato salad. And I'm using dill pickle relish for this potato salad. That's what we prefer. And I know some people do make it with sweet relish, but my family does not like sweet pickles at all, and so that's not what we're doing. And my dressing here is a little bit thin, but it's perfectly fine because once you start adding your potatoes, they do kind of break up a little bit and they mix right in and it thickens right up. And so I like to make my sauce right in the bowl before I add the potatoes. I did put a little smidge of sugar in there, which is my friend Sabrina's trick for her potato salad, and it always tastes really good. So I'm just taking that from her. And so, like I said, I like to do my sauce and then put my potatoes in because I find it easier to get all of those flavors blended up and then get them mixed in with the potatoes. And that way I can taste my sauce and see if it needs anything else before I make a mistake and just, mix it all in with the potatoes. I mean, if I didn't like the sauce, I could just ditch it and start over and there would be no harm. I used to make terrible potato salad until I started doing it this way, and now everybody seems to like it a lot. And so this is how I do it, just my way, I guess. And so then I decided that it needed some more salt. So I'm using some seasoned salt. I would have added some paprika to this recipe, but I was completely out. And so I just used some seasoned salt because Bill likes it. And he was standing nearby and willing to taste test, and he said it was perfect. Best potato salad he's ever eaten. He really enjoyed it, and we had a lot of leftovers, so we put those up and stored them. Here are my berries that I'm just letting air dry, and then they'll go into the jars as well. Next, I'm getting my overnight oats ready, and to start those off, I am just adding a half a cup of oats, and you can use whatever kind of oats you like. I am actually using Quick Oats because I bought them for a different recipe, and so since that's what I have, that's what I'm using. I'm sure not going to buy another big container of oats that we barely even use. So next I'm going to add a half cup of almond milk, and I made a big old mess because I'm still a little unsteady in my walking boot. But anyway, I poured a little fast, and so I'm just adding almond milk to each jar here. You can use whatever milk you like, but I cannot have regular milk, so we are just going to make these with almond milk. And then next I added some flaxseed. I'm using a tablespoon here. You could do more, you could do less, whatever you like. My husband said that he thinks he would like these if the flaxseed wasn't in there, but he didn't even try it. He just won't. I mean, if it's something he thinks is healthy, he's a little resistant. But I love flaxseed, and I'm using the ground flaxseed in my oats, and it just bulks it up a little and makes it a little healthier, gives you a little more fiber and whatnot. So I just mixed that all in, and then I have these containers of yogurt in my fridge that I wanted to use up. I am planning on making some yogurt in my Instant Pot soon, which you saw that I bought the milk for, and also the yogurt with the live cultures, so that I can do that someday soon. But for now, I have these little cups of yogurt that I wanted to use up and get out of my fridge because they've been in there for quite a while. And so these overnight oats are going to have some sweetness, although these are the 0 sugar, they are sweet. And I'm adding a little bit of almond butter as well to these, just to give it a little something else. I don't know, just some stuff that I'm just throwing together, I guess. You can use peanut butter. You don't have to add it at all. That's the best part about overnight oats, is you can pretty much do whatever you want. It's basically a half cup of oats, a half cup of milk, and a half cup of yogurt, and then from there it's whatever you want. And so I chose almond butter this time, and then I'm going to just top those cups with some slivered almonds, and I really like the crunch that it gives these overnight oats. I just like the whole different texture that it adds. And then I'm going to top that off with some of those blueberries, and that is it. And then I'm just going to leave them in the refrigerator and let them get all nice and thick. And then these will be so convenient just to grab when I'm ready to have breakfast. And actually, since I don't really even eat breakfast, this is more of like a lunch for me. And here's how they turned out the following day. They were very delicious. Definitely going to make these with different flavors. And that is going to be it for this weekly prep. I thank you so much for coming by and checking out this video. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button so you can see more of my future videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.